Are you ready to fight the bad guys? And not just bad guys. We're talking upper echelon. We're talking Nazis. Because that's what we're fixing to do in this amazing 35 millimeter Vinegar syndrome. It's got hints of Euro trash horror and psychedelia, and all told through the story of a crime noir that fights Nazis. In 1985's Blue Ice. What's up, everyone? I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films, and this is Blue Ice. This is a continuation of the all celebrity requests of March. This is requested by Shanna and McCullough.
I can't believe it. You can watch some of my old movies, even at work.
Woohoo! Her 11th film on this here show. We are all huge mega fans. I did a slight email interview with her. She gave me a few nuggets. One of the ones being, hold on. We had a beautiful location in San Francisco at a Victorian mansion, and during a crew load-in, we caught the attention of all the neighbors because of a huge Nazi banner. One of the neighbors started yelling that the Nazis has taken over this city, San Francisco. It took a while to calm him down and to convince him that we were only shooting a movie. So creating a stir from the neighbors. And it's going to create a little bit of stir. I've joked about this on 2 of our previous releases. We knew that this was going to raise some eyebrows. I uploaded the private 44-minute version, which is what we got this down to, without me in the front or the back. And it's already been flagged. But clearly we are not promoting hate. We are not promoting anything. This is the year after Temple of Doom came out. And if you take Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom, you know how those were all filled with the Nazis, and jam it into it, this is kind of the adult film version of that. Like I said up front, told through the eyes of a crime noir, which is very cool, voiceover driven, which is par for the course. And we also go into some almost Dario Argento, that's why I said like psychedelic Euro trash. This film is unique. Super unique. Phillip Marshak directed it. Remember for our Halloween special, we did Dracula Sucks. Same guys that made Dracula Sucks made Blue Ice. I love Phillip Marshak. I'm a big fan of his son as well. And we just did another Phillip Marshak. We did Olympic Fever. And some of you film heads out there might think about Cataclysm. Cataclysm is an R-rated, mainstream, non-adult film, which is brothers and sisters with Blue Ice. It's fighting the Nazis. This picture was 85 minutes long. We got ours down to 44, and it is PG. And not just because of the Nazi elements, although that is one. We're doing a crime thriller noir. There's guns and crime and everything that it's not even eligible for a G-rated. So we're in the PG category today. Why don't we jump into the picture? I've got a few more things from Shanna, including probably the best quote I've ever heard in my life. And we'll talk about her and all the actors when we come back.
It all seems like a bad dream to me now. But let me start at the beginning. I'm Ted Singer, a guy with rich dreams who was facing a poor reality. As far as I can tell, it all began with some secret meeting in one of those South American countries, still harboring Nazi fugitives from World War II. Hell, some of the banana republics were so corrupt, they'd let anyone in, especially with the money and gold the Nazis had to offer. A meeting was held in some fancy-ass chateau in the hills. He was there, the demented nephew Manfred, along with his 2 henchmen. For him, the Reich was a legend he wanted a piece of. And he'd do anything to get it.
Hello, darling. How good to see you.
Helga.
Ah.
It is good to see you again. You're looking very well.
Of course I do.
Where's my uncle?
He's in the music study.
Yeah?
And he wants you to freshen up a little bit.
Oh, see your pretty face again. It's refreshing enough in itself.
And then he wants you to join him in his study later on, all right?
Good.
Okay, darling. You just take it easy now, all right? All right. Take a good time.
And there was Helga, half Fraulein, half Fuhrer. She was like something out of a bad opera. Anton Stuttgard, their head honcho, was an old pro at subverting the human species to his will, using whatever means necessary. Without him, the master race experiment could never have been accomplished. But the Axis powers lost the war, and the experiment was halted. Stuttgart and his cronies fled from Europe. Before long, he hit upon a plan he thought, which could restore the right. The recovery of an ancient magical book.
It is more precious than life itself. This life. Hitler himself would have given his life for it. He did. And he didn't possess it.
This book, called the Boen Gilda, had passed through Anton's hands once before, and now his one obsession was to get it back.
It will snatch your soul. Woe to the bastard who tries to own it. After several months of searching, I managed it to secure from a young woman who had it in her possession. After my way back to Berlin, I was captured by American troops. I gave the book to an American colonel by the name of Cummings in exchange for my freedom. This is my freedom. Stuck on a mountainside, behind iron gates, with armed guards. I will kill for it, but I must have it, and you must bring it to me, Manfred. The Boen Gilda. With the Boen Gilda, I will lead the Third Reich with supreme power once more. You will leave tonight for America. Tomorrow, you will catch a freighter to San Francisco.
For some reason, that night felt different right from the start. I was dealing cards in a little joint in North Beach. Tuesday was when the big man came in. He wasn't the kind of guy you fooled around with. He had a piece of action everywhere. Luck be a lady, I remember thinking. Probably because that sleek brunette the big man had on his arm got under my skin. My friend Johnny was into his second pint. Business as usual.
That's it. Try and bluff the big man.
What do you got there, big man?
What do you mean, what I got there? You see that?
I don't see anything.
My nothing is bigger than your nothing,
Oh,
sweetheart.
so.
I got ace, king, queen.
Yes, you do.
Okay?
I tried to keep my mind on the game, but this girl, she just kept staring at me. Those eyes, the kind that could look right through you.
Birds. Like some more chips, sir?
4, More. 10 more. Make it 20 more.
Sure. Her name was Msina.
There you go, babe. $5,000. Fine, kid. All right. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Tough luck, sir.
You were impressive tonight.
Thank you.
I'm afraid Big Man isn't a very good loser. I came to apologize for him.
Apology accepted. Something told me to beware. But the girl, Msina, she was incredible.
That signature. Yeah. Hey, kid, come on in, kid. Okay, yeah, okay, that's it. Well, what else? What about, Western District? Yeah, I like that horse. No, not today, though, not today. I looked at the form. I don't like it. Sit down, kid, sit down.
Never even met her.
I like you, kid. You got balls. You got balls and you got class. I like that.
Thanks. Now, just what is your name?
Are you going to take the job?
I don't know what it is yet.
Well, I'll get right to the point, kid. You ever hear of a book called Boen Gilda?
No. Should I have?
Well, it's an ancient book of prophecies. I want you to find it for my baby here.
Why me? Big man can't find an old book of prophecies.
Why you? I got a gut feeling about you. So does Msina. Right, baby? So, I'd do anything for her. So I want you to find the book. Here's 10 grand. You bring the book back, there's 90 more where that came from.
Must be some prophecies.
Yeah.
Will you take the job?
If you know where it is, why don't you just get it yourself?
Questions! Hey, come on, trust me, Bubba. The guy knows where the book is. Go and find it.
Some guys just have all the luck.
Made a wise decision, kid. See you later.
I had an apartment over in North Beach I shared with a broad named Dottie. We split the rent, and I helped her when she got into trouble. A nice arrangement. But she was always bringing home the wrong crowd.
Look, it's a man. My roommate is a man.
Oh, we'll stand with you. Hey.
Let's go back to my room, okay?
Come here.
Please,
come.
No.
You know, you need to learn a few manners, man. I suggest you don't come back until you learn how to treat a lady.
Oh, so you want to rock and roll with me, huh? Want to play with me, huh? These hands are lethal weapons, you know that? These legs are lethal weapons, you know that? Stop!
Gotta bring guys like that home. In my home.
My home, too. It's also my business. He's my part of the house.
You will stay in your part of the house when you're doing your business.
I can appreciate that.
The living room is mutual ground. It's both of ours. Do your shit in there.
I'm sorry.
Are there any leads?
Several possibilities.
They must be checked out immediately.
I understand, Herr Stuttgart.
Anyone who poses a resistance must be eliminated.
Yes, Herr Stuttgart.
Good. Now, I must telephone my uncle and give him my progress. Wie geht es, Onkel Ansat? Ja? Jawohl? Ja? Wir haben einen Namen. Heute Abend werden wir herausfinden, wer er ist.
Ausgezeichnet.
But the only thing on my mind was Msina. I guess it was beginning to show. And this business about the Boen Gilda. I couldn't keep my mind on the cards. I had to take a walk to get my head straight.
I'm coming. You got it.
So how you were watching, Msina, the chick Big Man was with. Very nice, huh?
She's all right.
All right, shit. I'd like to have something like that on your arm, wouldn't you? Hanging on your arm all night?
Look, Johnny, I already got somebody on my arm and she's all right.
You got Dottie. You got Dottie, Ted, and she's a good woman. She used to be my woman, but how'd you like to have something like Msina draped on your arm? I mean, that's something.
Have your 12th drink and go home, all right?
Well, anyway, I do just fine.
Hey, look, Johnny, man. Hey, look. Can we just get back to where it really is at, man? We're friends, okay?
We sure are friends. We are the best
all right, look.
friends, man.
Okay. Hope the best for me, and I hope the best for you.
I do. I'm gonna make a big score. I'm gonna make it soon. Ciao. Ciao. I love you.
Another one of Johnny's big scores. How many times had I heard that one? I kind of felt sorry for the guy. But he was right. Johnny could always read me, just like an open book. I checked out the address the big man gave me. It turned out to be an old rundown bookstore on Haight Street. 100 G's for an old book? There had to be an angle to the whole thing.
Mr. Wilkins. Mr. Wilkins! Oh,
yes, I remember you called yesterday. Well, tell me, what can I do for you?
Now, call me Ted. I'm looking for an old book.
Oh?
Somebody told me you were the man to ask about it.
Oh, well, I'm flattered. What is the name of this old book?
It's called The Boen Gilda. Did I say something wrong? You okay? You okay? Relax.
Oh, thank you. It has many legends, but it's so old. No one really knows where it came from. It's supposed to be a book of prophecies, and the person who can open it can rule the world. The Christians, for instance, claim that it is that part of their book of Revelations that John was ordered by God not to write down. But he did anyway, and God sealed it up. Unopenable.
What do you mean, unopenable?
Just that. Cannot be opened. Here, let me show you a picture. But swear to me that you will never tell a soul.
All right, relax. Oh, sit down.
I'm fine, thank you. Here. Come over here. There. You see? It really looks like a book-shaped box. It is covered with leather over some unknown metal alloy. There are no cracks or seams anywhere to show an opening. The sunburst pattern is pure gold, encrusted with 12 perfect blue diamonds. They alone are priceless, but compared to the treasure they guard, even if you could open it, the language it would be written in would be so old you would never find anyone who could read it. And yet, there has never been any question as to the meaning of the words Boen Gilda, earth ending. Yes, one of them is missing.
How do you know that? Sit down. Sorry, it's not important. All right, relax.
You don't want the Boen Gilda. Son, it brings nothing but trouble. You do best just to forget about it.
Look, Mr. Wilkins, I have no personal interest in it.
Young man, unfortunately. All right. I had the book for 9 years. Got it from a man named Samuel Cummings. He gave it to me for safekeeping. Then, last year, he took it back. Yeah.
Good luck, Mr. Wilkins. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, young man. Don't get into any trouble.
Now it all fell into place. The big man was after the stones on the book. They looked like they'd be worth a fortune. As for the old man, he was scared. But I couldn't put my finger on why it just seemed too easy. I located the address Wilkins had given me. But I had no idea how I'd get the book or the precious stones away from Cummings. I decided to play it cool. Talk to him face to face. Find out what the hell this was all about.
What do you want?
Yeah, my name's Ted Singer. Can I talk to you for a second?
Come in. I'm real busy.
My name's Ted Singer.
How can I help you?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for a guy named Samuel Cummings.
He's dead. He's been dead for over 2 years.
Well, a guy I was just with told me he was alive.
Well, I'm sorry. He's dead now. I'm very busy. Excuse me.
There's a lot of money involved.
This book is called The Bogan Gilda. Did you ever hear about it?
I think I've heard about that bugging gal there.
Teddy! Teddy, let me in! Where's Teddy? Teddy!
He's not here.
Come on, I didn't know he's here. Teddy! When'll Teddy be back?
I don't know. I haven't seen him for a couple days.
Oh, shit.
Look, I'm taking a bath. Do you mind?
Teddy! Just tell me when Teddy will be back.
I don't know, okay? What do you want?
Oh, shit.
Look, I don't know. Just wait for him if you want. I don't care.
I gotta leave that bag here. I gotta leave that bag here for a while. Oh, shit. Tell me when I'll be back. Teddy.
How was I to know that this wasn't Cummings' daughter at all, but a Nazi plant? Later, I ran a check on Cummings and found out that he'd been a colonel in intelligence during the war. His specialty was interrogating high-ranking Nazi officers. Another thing,
Proud of you.
according to his dossier, Cummings was still alive.
See you in the light, baby. Kid. $100,000 is cheap.
I had this priceless stone in my hand. Before I left, she gave me another address. Somebody else was after the book. A fellow by the name of Stuttgard. I took the stone to a fence. He had never seen anything like it. It was pure as ice. A priceless sapphire that gave off a beam of light. Things were getting crazy, and I wasn't any closer to finding the book. Msina was the key to the whole thing. I went back to see her that evening.
Nice place you have here.
Thanks. I was wondering why you showed up in my car tonight. I've been worried about you since that man was killed.
What man was killed?
Mr. Wilkins. They found him strangled last night. Would you like a drink?
Wilkins was strangled? Wilkins was strangled?
That's right.
Poor old man.
Did you find anything out?
He gave me a name. Cummings. Told me some legends. And one of the diamonds is missing off the book.
Did you know where it is?
No.
What about the name?
Didn't pan.
Did she have the diamond?
No. All of a sudden, people are dying all over the place.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've got to go. Big Man is expecting me in half an hour.
Oh, I understand.
You are still going to look for the Boen Gilda, aren't you?
I took the advance, didn't I?
What about the diamond? Do you think you can find it?
I thought you wanted the book.
Well, of course, but it's of no use to me without the diamond.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it, okay? Big Man's waiting. I'm gonna hold on to you until I found out just what the hell is going on. If I had only kept my eyes open, I would have seen the net closing in. For some of us, it was already too late.
Yeah, Manfred? Good. Sehr good. Wunderbar.
Pitiful, pitiful. such a crying shame that our pathway has to be littered with tombstones.
Are you comfortable enough?
Very. Thank you.
Do you have any news?
Maybe. You know anything about a man named Stuttgart?
Not really. I think he's a leader of the American Nazi Party. He has a mansion on Telegraph Hill. What does he have to do with the Bogen Gilda?
I think he may have it. They supplied our descriptions to Anton. He didn't care about me. It was Msina he was interested in. Could she be the very same girl he had met 40 years ago? No, but how was it possible? She hadn't aged at all. Anton suspected what I had earlier, that Msina was the key, but he was prepared to do something about it.
Nice of you to pay me a little visit.
I don't need your shit tonight, okay?
By the way, your buddy Johnny was here looking for you a couple times.
What do you want?
Oh, no.
Got any tape?
The second drawer. What are you doing?
Never mind.
Ted, what's going on?
Never mind. Don't worry about it, okay?
What the hell's the gun for?
Don't worry about it. I got things to do.
You're going out again?
I'm afraid so.
I'll see you later.
I hope so.
Ted, wait, please.
Yeah.
There's something I've got to tell you. When Johnny was here, it got kind of rough for me.
What do you mean it got rough? Baby, I don't want you working tonight, okay? Just lock the door and don't let anyone in, okay? All right?
Be careful.
I'll be careful, baby. Be careful.
I miss you.
My last lead was the address the Cummings girl had given me. The stakes were getting high, and I didn't know what to expect. But I came prepared to do what was necessary to get to the bottom of it. I had one of the stones, and somebody had to have the book. I figured the Stuttgart was one tough cookie.
Your hands up! My, what have we here? A visitor!
Didn't your mother tell you that it is dangerous to play with guns? I'm afraid, Mr. Singer, that we are going to have to teach you a little lesson in manners. One does not enter another's house with a loaded firearm. I know who you are. I've been expecting you. But we will discuss that later. Right now, I have someone here I'd like you to meet. You know this man?
Never saw him before.
Ah, but your eyes say that you do. Eyes do not lie, Mr. Singer. I believe this is your friend Johnny, or what is left of him. You are wondering what has happened.
I am?
We are both looking for the same thing, Mr. Singer. We are both after the Boen Gilda. However, it seems your talented friend has gotten to it one step ahead of us. Of course, I'm sure you already know that. Wolfgang has spent the last 2 days trying to extract from Johnny here as to what he did with it. The results have been less than satisfactory. I'm afraid your friend has just about had it, as you Americans say. Perhaps you'd like a final word with your friend, yeah?
Know you involved in this whole thing. I wouldn't even be here. It's all over, babe. They're dead, man. I got him, Johnny. Oh, what's it going? Stop.
Johnny, it's over.
Get out of here. Get the money, come on. Beware. Listen to me. Beware.
What blue eyes? Come on, it's over. Johnny, we can get out of here now. Come on. Johnny, not now. Come on, Johnny. Johnny, come on, man. Johnny.
Oh, my head was swimming. This book had some hits to it, like it drove the people around it crazy. We got out of there as fast as we could before the heat came. I dropped Msina off at her apartment. My best friend was dead. A lot of people had died for a book I had never seen. It was time to drop the whole thing.
You're back. What happened? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bunch of guys wanted to kill me, but they got wasted by a blue diamond.
What are you talking about?
It's a long story. I'm not even sure about all of it. But it winds up with Johnny dead. Maybe it was something he had. You ever mention a big score?
Yeah, I guess that's why he came by to see you. He said he had something he wanted to cut you in on. I don't know. By the way, Johnny left that bag there.
Let's see what's in it.
What is it?
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes?
stones. The Boen Gilda. That's why those guys were trying to kill me and why they killed Johnny. He was trying to warn me about it when he died.
Come on in, kid.
Big man, we have some unfinished business to take care of.
Yeah, I heard the bad news about the Boen Gilda. But I do appreciate you rescuing Msina the way you did.
Oh, my pleasure. We had a deal. I get you the Boen Gilda, you give me $100 grand.
Yeah, okay. But I don't have the Boen Gilda. I'll tell you what I do. I give you 10 grand above what I promised you for your services. But without the book,
one Boen Gilda hot off the presses.
Stone this thing.
Yeah, a friend of mine has it, you know? Security. You pay me the money, you get the stuff.
Love you. Love you. Come here, kid. Come here. The money's in the next room. You didn't want to see
Mingo, sit down. Now, go. Don't you see? The ancient Boen Gilda was the last remaining remnant of Earth's first great civilization. The people of that civilization managed to harness great powers from the center of that universe. And it was there that I was born 300 years ago.
You look good for your age.
Thank you. Our genetic structure is such that we age approximately 1 year for every 10 normal human years.
Actually, it doesn't matter now. But what is the key to opening the book?
The blue-eyed diamond necklace, of course.
I suppose you'll kill me now.
I'll never forget what you did for me in Manfred's home, but I have no choice.
Think I might see the book open first?
I see why not. All I need is the missing stone.
Drop it. Come on, bitch. Get up.
All right, don't push me so hard.
Come on, just shut your mouth and show me what makes you so happy. Get down.
Oh!
Get down.
Msina was gone and the book with her. To some, she was the dream of immortality. To others, the kiss of death. To me, she was someone I could never forget. Maybe she'll turn up 300 years down the line. I've got some time. Besides, I always preferred older women.
All right, so what did you think of that? Did you like that? Bunch of heavy hitters, huh? Like a total who's who, but it's a Phillip Marshak movie. He always brings out the heavy hitters. Before we even get into all that, I'm going to say the quote since I teased it up front. Blue Ice was one of the couple movies that I actually went to go see on the big screen for a premiere. It was at the Pussycat Theater. And let me tell you, you haven't lived until you've seen your private parts 20 feet tall. Isn't that crazy? I like that she even said it nice. Like, you could have said that a vulgar way. But seeing your private parts 20 feet tall, I would imagine, is something that most people will never know. So I love that. You got to kind of put yourself in that mindset of seeing a 35 millimeter film on the big screen. Crazy. So this is Shanna's 11th movie. We just released Deviations, but Shanna played Dottie, a totally intense. She wasn't huge in the Squeaky Clean cut. She's a woman of the evening, and a lot of her role is intense. Like, she cried in this movie. Such a good actress. I loved being a part of Blue Ice. It was an exciting experience for me. This was early in my career and towards the end of the shot on film era. I'd been in a handful of other fairly large budget movies, but this seemed closer to a Hollywood shoot. Maybe it was the attention to detail on the set design, or their more dramatic dialogue, or the fact that there was an actual mainstream actor in the cast, Reggie Nalder from Salem's Lot, and a bunch of other stuff, James Bond. And I was in the company of top male actors of the time: Herschel Savage, Paul Thomas, Jamie Gillis, Ron Jeremy, Bill Margold, and of course, Jacqueline Lorians, and Shanna, because of this movie, co-headlined a feature dance, the O'Farrell Theater, which was ran by the Mitchell brothers. That's pretty cool. Jacqueline Lorians and Shannon McCullough became friends because of Blue Ice. And we saw Jacqueline in Classical Romance, another Vinegar Syndrome. She's actually in 3 movies we are currently working on, but only one so far, Classical Romance. And boy, was she awesome. I loved the very end where it got the Euro fantastical, mystical weirdness, and it kept cutting to her outside of the blue room where she was like licking her fingers, but showing those old exteriors, like from earlier in the film. I just loved it. And of course, Reggie Nalder. I mentioned Salem's Lot, Mark of the Devil. He was a bad guy in one of the James Bond movies. He was, of course, in Dracula Sucks as well. Anton Stuttgart. Man, he has the best face in the world. Herschel Savage. That's our lead. Herschel Savage is on the case. This is the ultimate Herschel Savage movie. Old Harvey Cohen playing Ted Singer. And I loved his voiceover when he called it a fancy ass. This is in the voiceover. Some fancy ass chateau. Paul Thomas played his best friend alcoholic, Johnny the alcoholic, tortured to death, mean to Shanna. Ron Jeremy. Oh my goodness. That fight scene I have seen clipped, and I never knew it was for Blue Ice. As soon as the scene started, I perked up and I was like, oh, I bet you this is that Kung Fu thing. And of course it was. I'd seen that. I've seen that in Supercuts. I've seen that in many like documentaries about Ron Jeremy when it cuts to that. And it started off inappropriate, so we lost a little bit of it on the clean cut. But I put as much in it as I could. And I was so happy to finally see the origin of that clip. All right, so the Nazis. Who are the Nazis? Obviously, Reggie Nalder was the main bad guy. Underneath him was Lon Chaney. He played two roles. You know that old guy at the bookstore, the super weird makeup old man. Oddly enough, I know him from She-Wolves of the SS, which is another Nazis are bad guys movie. Non-adult, mainstream. I'm sure you've heard of it. She-Wolves of the SS. It's pretty big. William Margold and Francois Papillon. Those were his two guys. And also Helga Sven. So that's our hierarchy of the Nazis. And they all did super good jobs of being the bad guys. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary Sleaze Please, but it's like a retrospective on William Margold's life. I just saw it a couple months ago. I think I talked about it last time he popped up. But boy, is that a cool regular movie mainstream documentary. Sleaze Please. Very cool. And that's about it. Let me check in real quick. I only had like 2 paragraphs from Shanna. I hate to bug people, but I'm glad that she suggested this, and I'm glad that she took some time out to answer, to talk a little bit about the movie. For me, that's good enough. From all of us at Barefoot, and from Jamie, from the Shannon McCullough fan page over on Instagram, all of us. That's like Barefoot and Barefoot affiliates. We're all huge mega fans over here. We have PayPal button and a YouTube super thanks and Cash App. Remember, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like, you don't have to share. Please just watch. That's all we ask of the audience. I think that's very cool. Some of you really like this show, and this is for you. So thank you for you guys. I don't even know if this is going to be I don't even know if this is going to be the Sunday release. It depends on YouTube. YouTube, whoever had to sit through this, I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And thank you all for your time. I'll see you soon. Nazi punks, Nazi punks, Nazi punks.